Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So first and foremost, I just wanted to show my appreciation for all the subscribers and viewers of this channel. And to do so, I'm going to be giving away 20 DieCash Car stickers. All things DieCash investing, limited to 100 pieces, guys. So I'm going to keep it real simple. The first 20 people to drop me their shipping information via my email address, I will get these stickers out to your door. So with that out of the way, we can jump into today's topic, which is GRAIL pieces. So the number one question that I get from all my friends and family who come and check out my collection, they always ask me, what is your most rare, most sought after, most expensive piece in your whole entire collection? And I always have to sit back and think about the answer. And I'm sure you guys can relate, but my tastes and my interests are always changing, always evolving. Not to mention the market is always fluctuating in price. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. So it's really hard to pinpoint that one GRAIL piece in my collection. But after a lot of thought and consideration, guys, I think I finally narrowed it down. So here, August of 2022, I'm going to name off my top 3 GRAIL pieces in my collection. Starting off with my number 3 GRAIL piece from my personal collection has to be my Datsun 510 Wagon Super Treasure Hunt. So 3 reasons why this car sets itself apart from all other Datsun 510 Wagon Super Treasure Hunts. So first off, it's factory seal from the 2014 master set, so you know it's only limited out of 1,500 pieces worldwide. The second is that it is a smooth grille variation, which, as we all know, that is the harder to find version of this car. And the number 3 aspect, guys, is that this car is immaculate. I mean, the car, the blister. I mean, I am the second owner of this car. The first owner pulled it out of the master set, but I mean, you can tell the condition of this car. It just has not been in circulation. I mean, the card is crisp, corners are perfect, blister is, I mean, immaculate. There's no paint rub at all. I mean, it is a prime example of this car. I mean, museum quality, to be perfectly honest, guys. Current market value for this car right now, surprisingly, it's actually going down. So it was at the 320, 300 mark just a couple of months ago, but it's actually tapered down to 270. I've seen down to 240. But even still, guys, it's still one of the premier Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts to have. It's still one of the more expensive Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunts to come out in the last 10 years or so. It's still more than the Honda S2000 Super, which is around 130. Bel Air Gasser, that car is only at the $200 mark, so this still has more value than the Gasser. 83 Silverado is in the 160 to 170 range. Both black and red Ferrari 599XXs, those are in the 140, 150 range. The Enzo is probably the one that comes the closest at about 200 to 220. The R34, it's a Super Treasure Hunt that's on the rise right now. It kind of ranges from 120, and you know, as of late, it's kind of touching that 150 mark, but still not even close comparison to the Datsun 510. So definitely a Super Treasure Hunt to have in your collection. And even with the decline in value of this car, it's still a GRAIL piece for me because of those 3 aspects that I think makes this car really unique. And the number 2 GRAIL piece in my collection is the 2022 Japan Convention Datsun 510. So this one you guys might have seen. I actually did a full review on it 4 months ago, so go ahead and check out that video if you haven't. But this, guys, I feel like is one of the most aesthetically pleasing Datsun 510s ever made. I mean, just the best tamper work, the best color combination, the best wheel choice. I mean, just the meaning behind this car. I mean, the artist who did the graphics for it, I mean, that homage to the Japanese art and the wave, as well as the koi fish scales. I mean, everything about this car, guys, I mean, it just screams GRAIL piece to me. So I purchased both the left and the right facing for $900. The value of these cars has come down. You can get both of these cars as a pair right now for about $800. The normal right facing is roughly $350, and then the left facing, which is the more harder to get version that only has 1,500 pieces worldwide, that one currently sells for about $450. So I'm actually in the red on this deal. Not to mention I opened the right facing Datsun 510 because I needed to have this thing in hand. But even in the red, value aside guys, this thing is still one of my favorite pieces in my collection just because of what it is and the way it looks. I mean, I got such a connection to this car guys that I've even started to coordinate with it. So I found this hoodie and coincidentally it matches this Japan convention to a T. I mean, with the wave art, the Japanese letters, even the tan color. I mean, how perfect to match this Datsun 510. I mean, that's how you know that it's a GRAIL piece, when you start trying to coordinate your wardrobe to it. And the number one GRAIL piece in my collection, guys. Well, before I jump to that, let me just give you guys a little bit of background. So you guys know that I produced a video talking about the Kaido House Mini GT Datsun 510 wagons. You guys know that I bought the olive green because that more closely resembles Junimai's actual Datsun 510 in real life. And then I had to pony up the $100 in order to get the raw version of that. So it only makes sense if I had purchased the Black Limited number 4, which is a limited production model of this car, limited to 250 pieces off of the Kaido House website. The only thing is that I missed the drop. I mean, I was there, I was present, but I was not able to get the car in my car and check out before it sold out. On top of that, the other thing that was kind of putting me on the fence of purchasing that piece was that it doesn't come with Junimai's autograph as it did with the previous 3 Black Limited releases. So I decided against getting the Black Limited 4 Mini GT Kaido House Wagon, which currently right now it's selling on eBay for about $450 to $500. And I picked this piece up instead. So what I have here is a Datsun 510 wagon, fully customized by Junimai himself. This one in particular is a collaboration that Jun had done with GRAIL Performance, and this is back in 2020, so it predates all of the Mini GT releases that are so popular today. Limited to 25 pieces worldwide, and when these were on sale off of the GRAIL Performance website, they were retailing at $500. So unfortunately, I did not pick this up back in 2020. I was not looking for Junimai custom pieces. It just wasn't on my radar. But the crazy thing, guys, is that 2 years later, I was able to find this piece on eBay for a staggering $325. That's what I picked this up for just a week ago, which is less than retail. I just feel like that is a win in my book. I mean, this car, it just looks amazing, guys. I mean, you got the seal of authenticity, you got the JI here, Junimai's initials. It's autographed by June 2020, and it's also autographed by Kenji Sumino, who is the CEO president of GRAIL Performance. Needless to say, guys, this is my new GRAIL piece in my collection for all of those reasons. It's the rarest piece. It's very personal to me because, again, Junimai is one of my heroes when it comes to Hot Wheels and diecast collecting. I mean, his rise up, you know, we didn't know where his career was going to go after Hot Wheels, but he literally made the biggest name for himself. And now I have one of the custom pieces that he made that pretty much paved the way for his own lineup of cars. As far as value goes for this car, I mean, again, pure speculation. I personally feel like I got this car for a steal, being that it was under the retail price. I mean, if you compare this car to the Mini GT, Kaidohouse Black Limited, all 4 versions, I mean, Black Limited number 1 currently right now sells for $1,000. Limited out of 150 with the Junimai autograph. I mean, this piece has all of that. And it's even more rare. It's limited out of 25 and it has 2 autographs on it. Call me crazy, guys, but I personally believe this car is well over $1,000 in value. But doesn't matter? Not really, because this piece is not for sale. It's gonna stick in my collection forever. So there you have it, guys. My top 3 GRAIL pieces as it stands right now. Just goes to show that your taste, your interest, your collection should be free flow. It should ever be changing, and you should always be looking to one up yourself. Let me know what kind of GRAIL pieces are in your own collection. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.